Yeah, they're going to get a rude awakening right away because we just had a delay of game called on the entire team after only 3.5 minutes of play. So we have to be careful. Yeah, have some fun, but there are rules these guys got to play with as well, too.
And we're going to have a running clock, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir.
We're not going to have the stoppages in play that we normally would within indoor.
Correct. Which is these guys aren't as fit as some of the other non-local legends, if you will, but it's going to be quite entertaining nonetheless.
I don't know about you. You've got a high standard. I'm looking at everybody. They're fit. I'm looking at myself thinking I'm barely able to see my feet. What are you talking about? These guys are totally fit. Shot, opportunity, saved. Chivas on the offensive, just firing away. 4 minutes into the game, and they're commanding lead 2-0.
And what an atmosphere here we have at this OG&E arena here, buddy. It's a brand new facility that is just absolutely brilliant. Getting a really good view of indoor soccer here.
Pass comes in to number 23, Jose Juan Vasquez. And what's pretty cool is you got a lot of these combine players that are playing with some legendary players. A brilliant pass thrown in, cheeky back heel over to the keeper. And once again, Chivas with possession as that one comes into number 21, Iram Mayer. Iram Mayer of Chivas de Guadalajara played there between 2019 and 2023, where he competed in 98 games. Also competed with Monterrey Rayados. He's part of that Mexican U23 team that won a gold medal in the London Games, defeating Brazil with his teammates, Marco Fabian and Miguel Ponce.
And the fact that we have a chance to see Marco Fabian playing in our country in the MASL is a feat in itself. I mean, he's, first of all, what a professional. I've known him for a couple of years now, and he's just even-keeled. He's a professional on the field, off the field. What a talent as well, too. So we're blessed to have him in the MASL.
Marco Fabian playing for the Empire Strikers, and yours truly on the call here. He's probably the most spoiled broadcaster, as I get to call at least 12 of his games all season long. There's Marco Fabian on the corner with Maza Rodriguez. What a battle that is. Two teammates that competed together in the World Cup. Incredible talents. Club América trying to break free, trying to create some space. Ball comes into an indoor player that we all know within the MASL. Armando Teo goes back to the days of the Orlando Seawolves, the Baltimore Blast. Let's not forget the fact that he played shortly for the Empire Strikers. The pass, the shot, the save! Armando Teo, though, with an ambitious effort, as that one gets broken up into the midfield with Marco Fabian, the intended recipient. Maza Rodriguez with a cheeky little smile as that ball goes back.
I'm just watching Fabian and Rodriguez, and every time they come into battle with each other, they're both smiling like two little kids at the kindergarten. It's brilliant.
Getting to play against
Absolutely.
one another. I mean, it's pretty cool. Armando Teo, I love this young man. His tenacity defensively, he's just a beast as we hear a foul on the turf. There's many people out there listening and tuning into this broadcast. Maybe they're not familiar with these two Liga MX giants as that ball gets played right in. Club América Las Águilas, a team that's been in establishment in Liga MX since 1916, owned by Televisa, a very rich team playing out of Estadio Azteca, a fortress, if you will, the most successful team coming out of Liga MX, 16 league titles, 6 Copa MX, 7 Campeón de Campeones, and most recently the runners-up for the Clausura in the 2025. That is Club América, taking on arguably the most beloved team in Mexico, Chivas de Guadalajara, established in 1906, a team that is the founding member of Liga MX. They utilize no foreign players, adding only Mexican nationals.
Love that. Love that. I've actually been to a couple games in Chivas, and the fact that they have the upper deck available, priced right for anybody who wants to come, and the fact that they use Mexicans only.
And that's going to be a whistle going against Armando Teo with the, you could say, the hip check on Marco Fabian. A display of sportsmanship. I've seen Teo play for years. He's aggressive, but let's see that replay again. Fabian tried to find some space on that left flank. Puts it in to Wilson Navas, the owner of Certified Lines. He's putting on this entire event, the Combine, the game. There we see Navas in the backfield. Pretty darn cool when you could say you own a team, you operate a venue, you get to play in a Legends game. I would say that's kind of, and an opportunity, a terrible deflection from Club América's goalkeeper, Alberto Becerra. Marco Fabian. Oh, Dios mío. Marco Fabian with the second goal of the game.
Even when he doesn't try and score, he scores goals. He's standing there. The ball hits him and goes in the goal. That's a goal scorer right there for you. What do you say?
He was there, right place at the right time. It's 3-0, and it's 6:25 left to go in the first. Chivas. If I was a betting man, which I'm not, I learned betting on the Buffalo Bills as a child, losing a lot of Jolly Ranchers, that I'm not very good at this. I would have said with the indoor experience they had, Chivas would succeed. And there they are once again on the attack. Shot gets fired off of the walls by Alex Popa, one of the many members of the MESL Combine. An opportunity here for Club América. Las Águilas on the run. Certified Lions owner Wilson Navas manages to push that back. As Club América seemingly shell-shocked in these early moments of the ball game.
That's a good way to put it. We've only played less than 10 minutes, and they're down 3-0. Those are a bit of trouble here.
And there's Navas making an intelligent defensive play. For a moment, I was wondering whether or not the score was correct. 3-0 is what it is. Chivas, the GOATs, clipping the wings of Las Águilas early on here in the first quarter.
What a ball.
Great pass in. Wilson Navas. The man does it all, folks. Owns a construction company, owns a team, took certified lines to the TST. Who knows? This OKC venue, maybe one day could be the host of an MESL top flight club as Las Águilas. Club América once again in the attack. Opportunity striking here as that ball comes in on the left flank. But Chivas all over it defensively. Wilson Navas showing us how fit he is. The pass nearly telegraphed but picked up by J.P. Monnier. You were talking about him earlier, a player that you're familiar with.
Look at the size of him. I mean, the dude's got his own zip code. It's absolutely brilliant. That's a ball you give to a guy, you post up, you run off of it.
That's what you want out of a target forward. Somebody that's really hard to dispossess. There he is, Monnier, once again trying to attack. Mazda Rodriguez, formerly of PSV Eindhoven and VfB Stuttgart, making the defensive play. Monnier, that's it through. Into the keeper, Becerra. Becerra played with Club América from 2000 to 2004. Had a couple of stints with Puebla. Played with Club América during their FIFA Club World Cup in 06. A lot of talent.
Philly, as I said earlier, we're at the MESO Combine, and one of the luxuries of this Combine is getting some of our quality coaches and individuals to come to this Combine. With us right now is the infamous Everton coach of Utica FC. Legendary player, one of the best coaches and the best men you'll ever meet in this game. How about you say a quick hi to Utica for everybody?
Hey, how are you guys? Thank you so much for having me here. It's been a very nice day and weekend. Just being here with a lot of soccer.
You know, one thing that Eddie Puskarich mentioned is you're a quality human being. He forgot to mention that. He's kind of not shining the bright light that you require, Everton.
He's just a very nice guy, that's all.
No, it is a joy having you here. I mean, you've evaluated a lot of talent. You've coached some of the players that are on the turf between both sides. Is there a player that you've seen throughout the Combine that we should probably focus on during this broadcast?
No, there was few players. The talent was great this weekend. It was high quality players. They were very dedicated. They were putting a lot of effort, you know, to make something happen, to showcase their talents. Some of the players are actually playing this game right now, and I've been impressed with these guys not getting tired whatsoever, because it was a lot of soccer throughout these 2 days.
A lot of soccer indeed, as an opportunity exists here for Chivas. A foul is going to be ascertained. Omar Arellano is going to draw it in the attacking zone for Chivas de Guadalajara. 2 minutes and 23 remaining. Let's take a look at that replay again. In the attack zone there, you see the foul committed, and it's going to be a dangerous opportunity. Will it be Fabian firing away as that one gets deflected off? Rebounds, ricochets, picked up by Del Vecchio of Club América, trying to create a counter, although the counterattacks have been very sporadic and broken up for Club América. You can tell they're really on the heels. Of shot, fired, and a goal! Chuy Mendoza from Club América manages to punch one into the back of the net for Las Águilas. The score now 3-1.
And again, Back post is where people make a living. Simple football. Less than 2 minutes ago is 3-1. A quick question since we have Everton here right now. Everton, when you evaluate players at a combine, what exactly are you looking for?
There is few aspects. I think a lot of coaches, when they come to a combine to watch a player, sometimes they have a specific type of player they have in mind. I try to keep my mind a little bit open for players that can play both sides of the field. They can be a very effective offensive player, but also have a lot of intensity defensively. You know, these are the players that I'm looking for. I'm trying to always get players that can play on both sides of the field.
There we see Wilson Navas, the owner of Certified Lions, advancing it. Opportunity strikes, and just a tough touch. As I believe that it was Omar Arellano, who just takes a bad deflection off of his boot. Fabian playing the aggressor, recovered by Chivas. Fabian does have it, advances across the midfield. The cheeky back heel. Fabian, one-on-one with the keeper. Hat-trick opportunity, just misses. Bottom right, another shot, saved by Becerra. The header, Fabian has it just outside of the box. The bicycle just above the crossbar. Chivas, oh my Lord, on the attack against Las Águilas. One-on-one with the keeper. Hat-trick opportunity, just misses. Bottom right, another shot, saved by Becerra. Letting that one simmer for a moment, if you can hear it through the microphones. A very strong contingent here, supporting both Chivas and Club América, the two biggest, most popular, and most successful teams in Liga MX.
And as we wind down this first quarter, a special thank you to Coach Everton for stopping by. We wish you the best luck this coming season, my friend.
At some point, we're going to drag you on to get your thoughts about Utica City FC as we end the first quarter. Coach, you're going to stick around. You're going nowhere. We're going to party on and start the second quarter. We go into the intermission with Chivas leading Club América by a score of 3-1. Back in a moment. You're watching the Game of Legends here from the OG&E Coliseum. Back here for the start of the second quarter in this Game of Legends. My name's Philly. I'm joined by Coach Eddie Piscarich and Coach Everton Morera of Utica City. Eddie Piscarich, let's drop that mic one more time to Everton before he needs to run away and do his thing. My man, you represent Utica City FC. I know there's a lot of people in upstate New York right now that are dying to hear about what's going to happen this upcoming season. Can you give us a little preview? Chivas on the attack. Once again, shot, saved, off of Charlie crossbar, picked up by Las Águilas. That's the beauty of indoor soccer. Sometimes a lot of things happen frenetically. Anyway, Everton, what are your thoughts on the upcoming season for you?
Philly, I'm gonna warn you. I'm gonna get the mic to Everton right now, but you might not get it back.
I'm good on keeping it. No, Utica, it's been an amazing journey for me to be with Utica. You know, I love the organization, very professional. You know, we were able to generate our core this past couple of years, and I'm very happy that we're keeping, you know, the score. About 80 to 85% of the players are returning to Utica. We have
shot squeezed in, fired in, score! Marco Fabian gets the dish, number 9. Omar Arellano. Chivas, 4. Club América, 1. What a goal.
You'll see on the replay, just a simple slide at home. Great pass from Marco Fabian. Okay, Everton, please continue.
We are very excited to have Willie Spur coming to play with us. He's a very, very, very talented player. I think that's just going to make our squad stronger, so I'm extremely excited for the season to come.
So judging by your physique right now, you look like you're eager and chomping at the bit. I mean, you look like you could still play. What is it that you do during the off-season to keep yourself fit? I've hung out with you in the evenings. I know we have the same hobbies. What is it that you do, man?
First of all, I just look like I can still play. But I have not run a lot. I lift and I golf. That's what I've been doing for, I don't know, this past few years. But I don't know, I'm very active just because, you know, it's still coaching. So, you know, after retiring, I thought I was about to miss soccer a lot, but you just go to the other side of the table. So you're still involved with what you love and your passion. So, you know, obviously we have practice every once in a while. I do some run here and there, but I never really play with the players. I just been working out and golfing. That's it.
God bless your genetics. I smell salad and I gain weight. As Club América presses forward. Coach, we wish you all the best. We thank you so much for tuning into this broadcast. If you want to stick around, shot into the breadbasket of the keeper for Chivas. If you want to stick around, you're more than welcome to. You're giving Eddie Puskarich here a break. I'm losing my voice as Chivas goes on the attack, but it's always fun to have you around, my man.
Thank you very much for having me. It's great to be here, and I'll stick around because I love to be around you guys, and what you guys do for the game. For me is amazing, you know, like just watching you guys live. I'm tired by watching you guys, the way you guys call the game. I'm tired by watching. It's unbelievable.
I really appreciate that. It's a joy, an honor, and a privilege. A legend of the game, a legend with the clipboard. Again, we wish you all the best in this upcoming season.
Obrigado, my man.
Shot fired away into the corridor, off the boards. Again, another goal. Chivas de Guadalajara, a.k.a. Chivas de Oklahoma City, punches it through from the turf to the twine. It is now 5-1.
And again, it's just simple football. Shots and movement off the ball. He continues his motion after he shoots the ball, and the ball finds goal scorers. And Chivas now has got a 5-1 win, and he's doing really, really well.
I mean, what a statement. What an absolute statement as J.P. Monnier finds the back of the net, the big-bodied Monnier.
You know, I'll have to talk about Everton for a second while he's not listening because I've seen him coach. He's not a behind-the-bench type of coach. He's up and at him. He demonstrates. He yells at the referees, yells at the opposing coaches, but he does it all in the most professional manner. We love him to death. He's absolutely brilliant for the MASL.
A character through and through, and yes, we are graced to be in the presence of a legend. And maybe we're pandering to him a little bit because he's to the right of us.
By the way, my Venmos, I'll give it to you in a little bit.
Speaking of somebody who needs to start cashing in opportunities, Club América down 5-1 has an opportunity here on this free kick. Number 9 about to take it. Andres Quiñones. Can Club América thread through the netting, needing to find a goal as Chivas has absolutely been dominating this game.
Speaking of cashing in, we have to mention, too, how great a job Capelli's done for the league.
Shot fired, bottom left, another shot, deflects. Header, Fabian's there. Capelli, absolutely the official kit provider, the official online store for all your major arena soccer league purchases. Counterattack opportunity, the pass up top. Can Fabian get to it? No, broke it up. Cameron Burleson. Oh, another bad pass and a goal. Chivas de Guadalajara strike yet again.
You know, I said before you passed the ball. You could see the square ball in the back and just a simple tap in. Unfortunately, Club América is struggling right now.
Struggling is an understatement as the goal was scored by Omar Arellano. Omar La Piña Arellano playing for Chivas between 07 and 2012. 145 caps, 18 goals. Also playing with Monterrey, Toluca, Pachuca. It's part of that that Chivas team that was a Copa Libertadores runner-up. And he finds the back of the net 6-1. It's been utter domination
You know what?
Chivas.
It's time to change a new ball because that other ball from Miter, another sponsor of the MSL, is just going one-way bounces to Chivas. So sometimes you got to change the ball and change your luck to see if there's any good for Club America.
The chip into Wilson Navas. Navas connects back in with Arellano, who scored the last goal. He tries to advance it, broken up. Intercepted by Armando Teo. He takes the pass in on that left flank, advancing it across the midfield. The bounce off the wall.
And again, a reminder, don't go anywhere.
The shot.
We have an absolutely brilliant hat trick of a final coming up here between the U.S. and Mexico indoor teams, which is going to be an absolute barn burner, Philly.
The question is whether or not you and I are going to survive the frenetic pace of all these broadcasts that we've been on. Pass comes in to Maza Rodriguez, the three-time El Tri Mexico participant. Advances it in to number 7, Mario Del Vecchio. Pass up top to Rodriguez. Rodriguez with a lot of space dumps it off to Teo. Teo with plenty of indoor soccer experience. The chip broke it up. Another shot fired. Ball is loose, and it finds its way into the back of the net. Club América cashes in on an opportunity. The score is now 6-2. Mario Del Vecchio was there as that one takes a bounce and threads it through the netting again from the turf to the twine. 6-2.
Well, that makes it a little more interesting, doesn't it? 6-2 now. Hopefully it's Club America, a little bit of a adrenaline boost. 7:17 to go.
As they were playing a little bit of Thin Lizzy, the boys are back in town on the loudspeakers. Last time I heard Thin Lizzy, Coach, I fell off my dinosaur. It's been a while. Thin Lizzy, ancient band, but a good one nonetheless. América chips it in. That bounces up, recovered by Chivas. Chivas wearing the red and whites. Club América wearing the yellows with the red and the black. Pass comes into the right. Wide open spot. The chip in. Contact in the box. No foul as Rodriguez tries to clean things up. Rodriguez catches the pass back.
Unfortunately, J.P. Monnier was already in space, didn't need to vacate his space, had a simple tap-in on the back post. He'll learn how to keep that space eventually.
Quick chip. There you just see the big-bodied Rodriguez. Just head and shoulders well taller than anybody else on the pitch. Pass comes back to Arellano, who'd scored one of the last goals. Chivas currently up comfortably by 4. 6 minutes remaining here in the first half. A very quick game, obviously running clock.
Quick game, but also very entertaining too, Philly.
Very entertaining indeed. And honestly, we're blessed to see some of these legendary players. Players that have competed in the World Cup, played in the top flight of Mexico, in the Eredivisie, in the Dutch leagues, the Bundesliga, a lot of talent. And if I was a player coming into the Combine, I would be thrilled to get the opportunity to try out and compete with some of these legends and have them as my teammates.
And the value that these guys can learn from their experience is invaluable.
Molina up top, body off of the ball by Vasquez. And that's going to be a foul going against Chivas right in the midfield. 5 minutes remaining, roughly 5 minutes remaining here in the half. Chivas de Guadalajara.
Just a simple touch foul, not a big deal. I don't expect too many severe fouls called in this game.
No, if there was ever a definition or an equation of a friendly,
this might fall in that category.
Yes.
Yeah. For right now, at least.
For right now, indeed. Rodriguez advances it past that midfield.
For those of you who just joined us as well, too, and hopefully you had a chance to see some of the Mexico women versus the U.S. women went down to a shootout. Absolute barn burner of a game. Privilege to call that game, huh, Philly?
That was one heck of a game. If you're wondering why I sound like I've smoked a pack of Lucky Strikes every day my entire life, it's because I blew out my vocal cords calling such an incredible game between USA-Mexico women. And look at the action as both teams battling furiously. Up top, Chuy Mendoza gets dispossessed. What a cheeky back heel pass. And that's going to be a foul attributed to Mendoza. Mendoza, 74 caps, 9 goals with Club América in his 2 years there. Part of an Águilas team that won the Clausura in 2005. There we see the foul. It's going to be a restart.
Lots of fouls, but also followed by lots of smiles.
Pass into Marco Fabian. He tried to get cute with it, advancing it up top to Felipe Batalla. That pass. Shift up high. It's judged by Fabian Del Vecchio, who already has a goal. Chips in. Moment of opportunity for Las Águilas. Club América unable to capitalize. Things have started to settle down a little bit after Club América scored that second goal. On the attack, once again, it's Chivas. Shot and a goal! ¡Qué golazo! Felipe Batalla, 7-2.
I'm disagreeing with you, my friend. That's my player, Heritage Davies, with the toe poke for Chivas. Finally, he learned from his coach to toe poke the ball and you get close to the goal.
Well, it's good that you're on here because I had him rostered incorrectly. So that's why they put you and I together, Coach. The broadcast combination that we thought would never happen is occurring. And again, we're having so much fun tonight that it's practically illegal here in OKC.
That was actually quite a good goal. Even Coach Everton gave that one a nod, thumbs up.
Coach Everton always smiles. I don't know whether he's happy or sad. He's never sad. He's always happy. And I admire that about him. The Brazilian bonanza that he is. The bounce pass across the midfield. The attack.
Here we go again.
Once again, can we see
Here
another
we go
goal
again.
capitalized? The shot.
Oh!
Another goal!
My boy Heritage Davies is making his coach look really, really good right now. Simple football, cut the ball to his strong foot, and just curl it into the back stick. Very, very, very simple. Simple football field.
I think he's making a case as to why he absolutely should be signed within the MASL. What a dominating performance that your former player has put on. 2 consecutive goals over the course of what, 120 to 180 seconds.
It's probably his 4th game today, and 11th game in the last 2 days with this combine, and he still has the legs to muster that kind of speed.
When you mention it that way, I have no ability to complain about how tired I am calling 2 games. The pass from Navas, intended for Fabian, recovered by América. Less than 90 seconds to go. Shot fired well above Charlie Crossbar, but a valiant effort nevertheless by Cameron Burleson. 8-2 still in favor of Chivas.
That was above Charlie Crossbar and actually above Freddie Flexel.
Might have been above the equator with how hard he belted that one. The pass into Fabian. Fabian was marked in an eagle sandwich.
For those of you at home, I promise you we're not drinking.
No, honestly, it's all Celsius. Teo, back up top.
Under a minute, Philly, entertaining first half.
Entertaining indeed, intercepted by Navas. Pass over to Fabian. Fabian already with 2 goals, nearly had himself a hat trick within the first quarter. The pass in, shot, saved. Alex Popa.
What a great play by Fabian. Gets the ball, his head is up right away. Again, look at his head. His head is up. He's already looking for his next pass ahead. That's just pure experience and class right there.
Pure experience and class, but there's always the question, will an outdoor player adapt really quickly to indoor? Fabian, make no mistake of it, is taken to indoor like a fish in water.
And then a quick glance at the scoreboard. He knows how much time is left. You know, you can't buy experience in a pharmacy, my friend.
No, that you can't. And speaking of the pharmacy, Club América absolutely need to get themselves a prescription for Advil because Chivas has been giving them a headache all first half as Chivas de Guadalajara de Leyendas up on Club América Las Águilas 8-2. We're going to take a break. We're going to step aside, but we got another half of soccer to go. We've seen 10 within this first half. Will we see another 10? Stick around and find out. OG&E Coliseum here in the heartland of America, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, for this game of legends from the OG&E Coliseum. Club América 2, Chivas 8. I'm Philly. I'm joined by the legend himself, Eddie Piscarich, coach. Chivas absolutely dominating Club América in this Super Clásico.
I think Club America thought this was a friendly. I think Chivas come out to say, hey, you know what, it's a friendly, but we're still Chivas.
No doubt about it. With the way that Chivas is beating up Club América would benefit themselves by going on Club Med, a vacation, unless they could figure things out right here. However, the minute they found that back of the net for the second time, it feels as if they kind of settled a little bit. But the advantage was always going to be in favor of Chivas, with the likes of Marco Fabian, with the likes of Miguel Ponce, who we haven't seen at all, by the way, really. 8-2, Chivas absolutely sticking it too. They're arch rivals in Liga MX.
Yeah, I think in the locker room it's probably, even though it's a friendly, in the locker rooms they're probably, hey guys, listen, we're Club America. We need to come out. There's a lot of Club America fans here, a lot of Chivas fans. There's a lot of fans, in particular here at this arena in Oklahoma City. What a great commercial for the future of MASL in Oklahoma City.
MASL is alive and well, and this is a league that will grow. Absolutely, I put my future on the line with the idea that indoor soccer grows. Oklahoma City might be one of those teams that you see down the road in the top flight. You look at this arena, the amenities, the parking, the capacity, the club space. Again, shout out to Certified Lions and Wilson Navas for putting on this event. It can't be easy juggling not only a combine, but a triple header.
We have to also note that Wilson Navas will now have an M2, MASL M2 team that debuts actually against my Texas Spurs in late December, So it's going to be a nice rivalry, and I really hope that they will get enough support, enough sponsors, enough drive to take this team to the M1 in the future.
So, since we got some time to kill, neither team has really come out of the locker room. Why don't you talk to us about your Texas Spurs? You've obviously coached with the Sidekicks, you coached with the Outlaws, now you're coaching Texas Spurs. Talk to us a little bit about that.
So, unfortunately, both the Texas Outlaws and the Dallas Sidekicks are dormant. Going to go back and revamp both franchises. Dallas needs to continue their indoor soccer. I felt it was important to have an M2 team to at least represent some of Dallas talent. So my local club in Dallas called the Texas Spurs is now going to be an M2 franchise as well too. We're excited. We'll be playing at Toka Allen. We kick off December 21st against Sonora. And it's going to be a good little fun experience for our players. A lot of youth, a lot of young players, and then we'll probably sprinkle a couple of veterans in there to kind of add some little spice, like a fine cooked meal.
I love to hear that. For those that are tuning in, obviously wanting to watch Club América and Chivas, that are wondering what indoor soccer is, we take you to go to MASLsoccer.com. Our season is up and coming. Right after Black Friday, our season begins as we hear a board go down just in front of us. But our indoor season is going to start, and it should be a fun one, a very competitive season with the 8 teams that come into the league. I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait to get back on the broadcast. But again, I will say and reiterate, it's been fun and very cool calling these games with you. And we still got another half of this game and another game to go.
We're at the halfway point, my friend. We're halfway through 3 games in this enormous night here in Oklahoma City. Again, this is beautiful here. If anybody wants to know what an NBA franchise can do to a city, look at Oklahoma City. And I will be able to see what an MASL franchise can do to a city, because this city is pumped. There's a great atmosphere out here, great crowd.
Great crowd indeed. As you're saying, we're halfway there. My vocal cords are living on a prayer as Marco Fabian is going to set to kick things off for Chivas here, with them currently leading Club América by a score of 8-2. Underway once again. Seeing good friends in the stands with that LAFC connection. Gotta love it right here. Shout out to my buddy Eric.
New miter ball. Miter balls are yellow this year.
We might see some different colors.
We
some
might.
OG colors going back to the days of the missile. But, you know, we're not letting the cat out of the bag. You just got to stick around and wait for the MASL season. Quick restart.
Nice tease. I like that. I like that. Speaking of teasing, looks like Club America came out a little more focused to start this half.
As Teo bats it off. Pass comes in to Rodriguez. Rodriguez goes to his left, takes it back with Marco Fabian directly in front of him. Marco the Magnificent trying to put on a Superman cape, showing us that 2-inch vertical, not a header deflection that he could have made. Pass comes back on over to Teo, just outside of the attack zone, fires it into the box. Ball is loose, recovered by Chivas.
Here we go,
With an
3-on-2.
opportunity for a counter. Fabian wide open to the right. Does he take the connection? He does. Will we see some magic magicianship? The shot, the pass. That was not a goal. That looked like it could have been a near opportunity for Pina Arellano. Fabian set that up for him on a platter. Just couldn't get the dime that he deserved.
What a great ball from Fabian, but Charlie Crossbar had something to say about that there, Philly.
Charlie Crossbar, a pesky individual in the game of soccer, whether it be indoor or outdoor. We love the alliterations here, folks. I'm a big fan of them anyway. Pass comes off of the board. Running clock for the remainder of this game. This is our second of a triple header here from the OG&E Coliseum. If you're wondering what that acronym stands for, Oklahoma Gas and Electric.
I actually called it the OCE earlier. My bad. Thanks for that clarification. OG&E.
What you're saying is you want to go to Orange County. You want to come hang out with me in Southern California. Just admit it. I know it. The chip into Fabian. Fabian blasts one. That deflects right off of Becerra. Fabian eyeing himself a hat trick. What a shot. He was on frame with it too. Beautiful opportunity.
Just the arrogance and the confidence to try and hit that shot, and look at the quality of the strike. That's brilliant. Natural talent there, friends.
Wouldn't call it arrogance because there's a thin line between confidence and arrogance. With the amount of times that Marco has found in the back of the net, you know it's confidence. Riding high on the magician. Battle in that corner, boxed away, and a clever move. He's been Batalla.
Yeah, Batalla, he impressed me in the combine. I actually pointed to Coach Everton earlier. I like him. Another counterattack again if they hurry.
Arellano opts to reset. And that pass is going to come back out. Vasquez. We were chatting with Marco Fabian, who just received the pass, looking for the turnaround. Talking to his teammates, like flying into Oklahoma City, about the rules of indoor. Seems as if his teammates on Chivas got all the 4-1-1 from Marco. Clearly he didn't disseminate a lot of that information to Club América as they are down by 6, but there's the interception.
I like that. I like that attempt, though, from beyond midfield. To me, that should count as 2 points.
Well, you were part of the league back in the day when we had those multi-pointers. Why don't you regale us with some of those amazing stories from your war days?
Back in the day, a regular goal was 2 points. A power play goal was 1 point. A shootout was 1 point. And if you had a goal beyond the arc, there was an arc that went from the yellow line around to the sides. That was 3 points. And so we had 17, 19 games. Fans loved it. Soccer purists did not like it. But it was fun. It was absolutely a lot of fun. You were never out of it, trust me.
So the question would be, if you were commissioner of the league, would you advocate for those rules once again?
I would, because I think it's entertaining. And when a day is finished, what are we doing here? We're entertainers. And it could be soccer pure, but also with extreme points. I'd like to go to overtime and go 3v3, like the NHL does it. So I've got a whole list of things we could change here, Philly.
As that one comes out of play and almost knocks out some of the VIP wearing those Club América kits. Not sure if that was done maliciously. Clearly it wasn't. We see more Club América kits within that VIP section. It fits because they're referred to in Liga MX as Los Millonarios. Team owned by Televisa, one of the richest conglomerates in Mexico. As that one comes out of play, it's going to be a top-of-the-arc restart here with under 10 minutes remaining.
Here we go. Now we have a chance for top of the arc. I would hope to see Fabian that comes in for this, but it's actually an 8-2 game, so there's not too pressed to score.
What's been interesting is we haven't seen much of Miguel Ponce from Chivas. He's a player that actually competed in the MASL with the Empire Strikers, also scoring. He got his indoor feet under him later on in the season, but we haven't seen much of Pocho here in this ball game.
I don't even see him right now. Is he on the field?
He's over there to the left of the bench,
there he is.
just to the left of Wilson Navas. Restart here. Iram Meyer opts to go to Omar La Pina Arellano.
What will we do here?
Blasts it right off of a yellow brick wall. Comes back up with it though, bounces it off the wall. Just clever maneuvering. And for a group of players that have not really competed together, shot fired just above the crossbar. Chivas clearly looks like they figured out the indoor game really quickly.
They have, but I tell you what, I think Club America's come out with a little more intensity this third quarter as well too.
Haven't seen too many goals since the second quarter. I mean, we got blessed with 10 in the first half as that pass comes into Rodriguez. Maza dumps it off.
Rodriguez is a beast of a physical specimen, is he not? He
saw
could still play. He could still play. Look at him.
I mean, he just played last season.
Yeah.
Pass. We could hear América trying, the fans trying to will their team back into this matchup.
Here we go.
Shot fired, deflection, save! Luis Michel, the goalkeeper for Chivas, makes a fantastic save. Michel, 251 games, trying to will their playing in his time with Chivas.
Here we go. I gotta tell you, some of these young guys have played really well. Heritage Davis has played well. JP Monet has played really well. He's impressed me.
I mean, he might just be as big and as built as Maza Rodriguez.
I think he may have done well for his opportunities to play in the MASL.
That's going to be a foul going against América.
You've seen a replay, just a little clip from behind, nothing major.
Pass in, nearly threaded through by Vasquez. Jose Juan Gaito Vasquez, 2 stints at Chivas. Part of the 2017 Clausura team, a Copa MX team in 2017, and a Super Copa MX team. A lot of these players have done some really amazing things in the world of global football. Pass comes in over the midfield, about halfway through this third quarter. This has been a game that's been going on real quick. Got one more game left here between the U.S. and Mexico.
If you ever get across the border, it's known as football rapido.
See the public address announcer getting the crowd into it. Clever pass from Fabian.
So smart. So smart. What a player. Privilege we have to watch this guy play is insane.
100%. I mean, he had his success winning a gold medal with Mexico in the 2012 London Games, defeating Brazil. Won a trophy in the Bundesliga with Eintracht Frankfurt, the Pokal. Think of that as like the U.S. Open Cup equivalent in Germany. Eintracht Frankfurt, not a team that wins many trophies. Trying to do the same thing, win a trophy in Southern California with the Empire Strikers. Just such a huge signing. Arguably one of the biggest signings the indoor league has ever seen.
Statement signing, I think, from the indoor league.
Poke away. Popa's had himself a nice game coming out of the MASL Combine. His legs seem fresh for players, competed a lot. Takes it away, but recovered by América.
Numbers up, 4v3 if they hurry. Recognize. Now it's 2v1.
Here's some space shot, takes a terrible deflection. Del Vecchio gets the wrong end of his boot on that attempt. Has it in the attack zone. Gets pushed aside. Vasquez with the defensive prowess. Off the wall, Wilson Navas is there. There we see the footwork by the owner of Certified Lions. The pass, a clever pass to Popa. He's got Maza Rodriguez on him. I certainly don't envy that. Navas with some space. Why not fire it into the stands? That one comes out of play.
He felt that one, didn't he? He wanted that one really bad. I mean, 8-2 Philly. 4:45 to go in the third quarter. Not as much goals as we had in the first half.
No, things offensively have slowed down between both sides. But either way, it's still been fun, this back and forth pace. I am willing to bet you a nickel, because that's all I have in my pocket, and Marco Fabian gets a hat trick today.
I'm not taking that bet.
Okay. Rodriguez bats it on over to the right to Teo.
Solo.
Teo up top to Del Vecchio. Del Vecchio, nice pass into Rodriguez. Kicked out by Michel. Ball comes into Navas.
Ahí. Masa.
Navas, the pass into Batalla.
Venga.
Into Vasquez. Vasquez to his left. Arellano. Arellano, shot saved.
Armando Teo with the head back to the goalkeeper. Not the most safest thing to do, but extremely effective.
He had the wherewithal, but I gotta say, I was feeling a little verklempt there because I didn't know what to say. I was nervous for him. Didn't want to see him get the own goal. Pass comes back over to the keeper. Fabian pressing up top. Shifting through to the right. América advances it across the midfield. Pass comes back over to Del Vecchio. Del Vecchio. Up top to Medino.
Oh, what a ball.
The pass in. Fabian with some space. Fabian. That one's going to come out of play. It's going to go back towards América.
Fabian doesn't agree with that. And
But
a
he's
smile.
still smiling.
And a smile.
Man's always smiling.
Always smiling.
Life must be nice if you're Marco Fabian, an international soccer superstar, not to mention a reality TV superstar. Love Undercover, if you haven't checked it out on Peacock, Marco Fabian, along with a lot of former professional soccer players, went on a reality TV show where they pretended they were normal people to try to find love, shot, fired, saved. But Fabian, that was a fun show.
Did he find love?
I think he did. And that love that he found was indoor soccer.
Well played.
Oh, what an attempt. Opportunity. And a goal. What a pretty counter by Club América. Finding the back of the net for the third time. Excellent counter attack opportunity. The score is now 8-3.
That might be one of the nicest goals of the evening. Back post to the back post. Well done. Very well played. 8-3. Club America has actually won this third quarter so far, Philly.
That they have. They've played it extremely well. Fantastic effort. And look, you can't discount them. I've called games in which you've seen teams go into the fourth quarter up by a score of 7-3, only to lose it. And this is actually very close to that as we're approaching 90 seconds left in the third quarter. Arellano keeps it in play. There's Teo going back to his defender. Another goal here, or at least another shot on goal.
Make it interesting, won't it?
Absolutely. There we see the defense by Wilson Navas. Intercepted. Isn't that your guy Davies?
That's Davies. There is no substitute for speed. If you add a little skill to that, you've got one deadly combination.
Let's take a look at the replay again.
He just got a little close to the board here. Foul, not a big deal. And we play on.
Pass comes up top, intercepted.
Little foul in the midfield area. Smart that he stopped to avoid any injury there. It is a friendly. This one's a friendly.
This has all the feelings of a friendly.
It does.
That wasn't the case between the U.S. versus Mexico women's.
No,
that was
it
a
wasn't.
battle. Call it a grudge match.
That was a friendly war.
Navas advances it into the attack zone. Taken away. 37 seconds remaining here. Can Chivas thread through one more time? Space for Monnier. Monnier fires it off of the wall. Saved.
I'm impressed with Monnier. I like him.
We haven't seen any cards issued.
No, we probably shouldn't in this game as well, too. Not too many slide tackles as well, too. Some guys may not get up if they do a slide tackle.
10 seconds remaining here. Can Chivas fire one more shot off before the game clock in the third quarter expires? And it does. Folks, that's the end of the third quarter. This has been a game
entertaining.
that's been blitzing by our very eyes. We're going to step aside for a quick break. When we come back, one more quarter to go. Chivas still up 8-3 on Club América. One more quarter to go in this game of legends between Chivas and Club América. 8-3 is currently the score in favor of Chivas. My name's Philly. Christian Phileman is actually my name, and I am joined by Eddie Puskarich, the broadcast tandem that you didn't know that you loved and you wished for, but here we are having a darn good time. And again, an honor to call this game with you, bud.
Please write your congressman and write in for us to do more games together. Speaking of a Legends game, you're an absolute legend, Phil. I appreciate you having me alongside of you, my friend.
I mean, you're an absolute legend. I mean, you've seen things that I could only imagine within the game of indoor as Armando Teo battles into the corner. I'm still holding out on that Thomas Jefferson bet I made, and by Thomas Jefferson, I mean
I hear you.
Marco Fabian. Hat trick, that's what I'm calling. Let's see if it happens. If it happens, you'll be a nickel richer, which in these inflationary periods means you can buy nothing.
I wonder how many people had to check their change to see who was actually on the nickel.
I had to ask my good friend Chad, as in Chad GPT.
Let's see if Club America can get another goal here and make it a little more interesting. Great ball.
Shot, mistimed, misfired, saved.
Club America is not going away, that's for sure.
No, they're certainly pressing up high. I mean, we saw how quickly Chivas scored all their goals within the first quarter. Club América can very well do the same thing. Fabian, eye in the hattie, does he get it? The footwork, the fanciness, the pass, the goal!
Now you see why you love Marco Fabian. 99% of players would have shot that ball there. No, he waits, head up, waits, gives his teammate some love. A true teammate, a true legend of the game. What a player.
And was that Felipe Batalla with the goal? I believe it was. Fabian deflects to the right of him, unselfishly opting for the assist as opposed to the goal. 9-3 in favor of Chivas.
I don't think you heard your Thomas Jefferson reference.
Well, if anybody has some Thomas Jeffersons in his bank account, or some Benjamin Franklins, it's certainly Marco Fabian.
3-on-1, this has to be nothing but a result.
Pass comes back into Fabian, the chip.
Got a little too cheeky there, didn't he?
He did, great defense. But
oh,
what a play! Ira Meyer, another player that we need to obviously highlight. The chip past Ira Meyer.
As we used to say on my team, cost you $1. Every nutmeg costs you $1.
Seen a couple of nutmegs thus far. We're going to talk about presidents. George Washington is on that one.
Here come the Chivas Oles.
9-3 the score in favor of Chivas. Shot blasted, just goes wide right. Omar Arellano with the attempt. It's funny because when I walked out of this facility yesterday with Marco Fabian, he was with Omar Arellano. And he had mentioned that he was talking to his teammate about the rules of indoor soccer and looked over at Arellano and I said good luck to him and he kind of shrugged his shoulders. But he's picked up on it as his pass though gets telegraphed and intercepted by América.
Numbers for América, 4 against 2, 3 against 2 if they hurry.
Shot gets blasted. Another attempt, deflects, poked away. What great defense by Meyer. Once again, the Chivas blockade. Here comes to Fabian. Fabian does not have numbers. Trying to go one-on-one. Opts to pass to his right to his teammate. Arellano goes back to Fabian. Fabian has Vasquez to his left. Receives it back. Chivas restarting their attack. Going and putting on the fancy spin move is Batalla. Back over to Fabian.
Batalla's done quite well. I'm impressed with him.
Can he find the back of the net here? Keeper gets put on skates. He has it just out of the box.
Very nice, very nicely done. Pull it back out, possession.
Fabian tries to put his defenders on skates. Goes to Arellano on the left. Taken away.
I haven't seen Rodriguez in a while, Philly. Wonder if he's taking a little break.
Chivas advancing it. What an interception by Jesus Molina. Jesus Molina Una clausura en una apertura with Club América going back to 2013 and 14. CONCACAF champs too in 15 as that one bounces off the wall. We've got a goalkeeper change. As that pass comes in to La Piña, over to Fabian. Could this be the Hattie? The tomfoolery, the shot. No, I thought it was a shot. Saved!
He does not want you to get that plum nickel, does he?
No, clearly not. Actually amazed that he's still in the game considering the lead. But I'm looking for that nickel, Coach. I'm looking to add an extra Thomas Jefferson to my bank account.
And he hasn't come off the field in quite some time.
Shot poked away. Teo's
What a
shot gets
save.
saved. Armando Teo. A player with MASL experience. Shot gets fired. Saved. Ricochets. Teo playing defense. Trying to bring it back into the fold for Las Águilas. Ball. Another shot saved. Just trying to get confirmation as to who the keeper is in between the sticks for Chivas as they go on their counterattack run. Pass to Fabian. Back to Arellano. What a counter! Omar La Piña Arellano puts up the 10th goal of the game. Let's take a look at that counterattack again.
If I'm not mistaken, that may have been the 4th or 5th goal that these two guys have had together. Absolutely brilliant chemistry between these two guys.
I hated science when I was in high school, but what I could tell you is I know chemistry when I see it. 10-3, a commanding lead.
Goalkeeper change for Club America now as well too. Into the game now is Aiden Hanchet.
Wilson Navas almost making that defensive play. In the attack zone, gets tripped up, and that's going to be a foul going against Chivas.
I thought they may pull a blue card out, but no. You see a little, a little push from behind here. I thought they may get a blue card, but because it's more of a friendly, I think not.
Free kick opportunity here for Las Águilas, finding themselves down by 7. Goal here would be a nice momentum booster as we're approaching under 8 minutes to go here in this 4th quarter. Free kick here coming up for América. Shot up top into the brick wall that is the red and white stripe. Taken back by Teo. He fires it. Armando Teo going to celebrate by climbing on the boards. Be careful, young man. The last thing you want to do is slip. But Armando Teo getting himself a goal. Striking back. It is now 10-4.
A good strike. I think the keeper would want to have that one back though, Philly. I know it's 10-4, but you don't want to give away soft goals like that.
I might be a little biased considering that Teo did play for a little while in Ontario, but I'm happy to see him score.
Yeah, he's a 35 years old, keeps himself extremely fit, still chasing a dream at a high level, good professional. I like him a lot.
Certainly. I couldn't have said it better myself. Battled between both sides. Navas making the defensive play, putting his defender on skates, creating a counter here with some space on the left. Navas eyeing an opportunity. Shot fired, saved by Hanchet.
Nice.
Wilson Navas creating opportunities, not only in the sport of indoor soccer with a team here in Oklahoma City, but opportunities and goal scoring threats in this game.
What
with
a great
that red and white jersey. His
great save by Hanchet. Yeah.
From keeper to keeper, box to box. What an opportunity for these combine players competing with the likes of these jugadores that have competed in the World Cup and in the highest levels. Navas' shot nearly takes out the kids that are walking back there. You can see that he's got himself one heck of a rocket. Under 6 to go here in the 4th quarter. Basically, this game got broken wide open by Chivas in the 1st quarter, and they have never looked back. Club América have found the twine a couple of times, but a couple of times not enough to match this potent attack by Chivas.
Yeah, this has been Chivas, all Chivas from the beginning. 10-4, 5.5 to go. Chivas is by far the better team, more creative.
I'm going to have to talk to Marco Fabian at the conclusion of this game. Let him know that he owes me a nickel.
And nickel, he's coming back on. He's still got 5 minutes to go. He knows he's on a hat trick, by the way.
Players have a lot in common.
Players know
time
that.
in Frankfurt. That's how we actually got along. Very few people have come up to him within the empire, knowing and having spent time living in Frankfurt, Germany. That's where he and I bonded. I've got nothing but respect for Marco Fabian. One of the classiest human beings actually I've ever met.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Ein bisschen. Ich habe in Frankfurt für 4 Jahre gewohnt.
Wunderbar, wunderbar.
Wunderbar. Ausgezeichnet. That
Alles
means
klar,
outstanding.
alles klar.
Hey,
Alles super,
Exhibition of the
alles
Deutsch.
super.
What a spin. No whistle being blown.
Fabian's by himself. Here you go.
Pass is telegraphed. Del Vecchio takes it away. And that one, as the late, great Bob Uecker would say, just a bit outside.
One of the best movies of all time, Major League.
I had to shout out Bob, obviously, as the Brewers got skunked against the Dodgers. I love myself some Bob Uecker.
Yeah.
Maybe going back to the days of his starring appearance in the show Mr. Belvedere.
Give him the heater, Ricky. Oh, 2 minutes.
Tarjeta azul. That's our first card of the game. Coach, for those tuning in that don't know the rules of indoor, explain what in the heck just happened.
So the referee deemed it to be a foul, violent enough, stopping an attack enough that warrants a blue card. Unfortunately, in this game, in this moment, I'm going to disagree with that. I don't think the game needed a power play. But that's why I'm up here and they're on the field, isn't it?
Well, that and the fact that you're probably separated by a good 30 to 40 years against these players. With all due respect, Coach, you still look like you can play. And you still got one heck of a head of hair. I'm jealous of, by the way. So into the box is Jose Juan Vasquez, El Gallito.
I keep coaching some of my players. I don't have much hair left, I'll tell you that.
It's funny, as you get older, you start losing hair where you want it, gaining it in places you never thought you needed it, like your inner ear. Teo, who already has a goal, bounces it off the wall, was looking to create some space. Shot fired well off of the mark, bounces off our good friend, Paulo Plexi. Into the box it goes, scooped right back up by the keeper.
I was going to wait for the moment to call him Paulie Plexi, but Paulo Plexi is okay.
To the right of you, you have a Brazilian. I figured we'd go with Paulo, as in Sao Paulo. Armando Teo looking for another tarjeta, none to be issued.
He wants some 5-on-3 action, doesn't he? That's a competitive side Armando has constantly.
I certainly hope he finds himself a team because the kid can still play. Pass into the right, shot saved. Club América trying to find that elusive 5th goal of the game. Just outside of the attack zone. Into Teo.
Going for personal glory there, isn't he?
Well, all things considered, your team's down by 6, less than 2 minutes to go. Why the heck not?
This is why this game's so good. We've got a Chivas player in the box serving a 2-minute penalty, and he's signing autographs and taking selfies. This is absolutely brilliant.
Why the heck not? Vasquez, 19 caps with Mexico. Had the majority of his success, though, club-wise at León. 164 caps there. A couple of stints with Chivas, but only 44 games with him. Less than 90 seconds to go here in this game of legends.
Vasquez is out. Penalty is over. We're back to full strength to finish this game. And if I'm not mistaken, there's 6 guys on the field.
Opportunity, brilliant attack.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 players on the field. Nobody sees it but the announcer. How the heck does that possibly happen? What a country.
Well, you certainly picked up on something that I missed. Instead of it being a penalty, it turns out to be a goal. Either way, who cares? We're having fun.
That's funny, man.
Fabian, can he find that Hattie?
Oh.
Gets dispossessed.
40 seconds ago, I think that nickel may be due.
What a pass. Could this be another one for América? It is! Bottom right corner, where the dust mites dwell, is now 10-6.
There's still time. If they can score 4 goals in the next 20 seconds with the clock running, there's still time.
Not sure how much Celsius you've had there. I would venture to guess that's slightly delusional.
I'm still stuck on the 6 players in the last goal.
Fabian chips it.
He wants it. He wants it. He wants it. He wants it.
He might get it. Off the wall.
Oh!
Shot saved.
What a great game.
The final horn. The game of legends has concluded. We've seen 16 goals between both sides, but an utter domination by Chivas against their arch rivals, Club América.
A very, very entertaining game. It's so good to see these 2 legends play. Fans really enjoyed Club América, Chivas, 2 of the greatest performances, the greatest clubs in all of Mexico, right here in Oklahoma City. Thank you for them. Thank you for allowing us to see them play such an entertaining game, Philly.
And thank you to Wilson Navas for having us on the call.
Absolutely.
The man got to play in this game. Pretty cool stuff. And he had himself a really good game as well, creating some opportunities, firing off some shots, but we were treated to a really fun game. This is our second of this triple header. We're going to step aside, maybe take some hauls, maybe have some throat lozenges, and come back for the main event. What is going to be USA versus Mexico on the men's side. For you fans of the Major Arena Soccer League, the stars are going to shine very brightly here from the OG&E Coliseum in the heartland of America in Oklahoma. My name's Philly. I was joined by head coach Eddie Piscarich. We'll be back in a moment. You are watching Indoor Soccer, the greatest show on turf, live from the OG&E Coliseum. Back in a few for the final game of our triple header.